ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Arthur Ednoval for our first NPL home game against the Broadmeadow Magic. Big game set here this afternoon, the grand final rematch for your Lambton Jaffas. Kickoff not too far away.
Yeah, that was, when I've done it before with Chris, it's usually unfortunately, because it's just not blue. No, not really. How you been? Yeah, good, thanks. It's very warm. Very warm for football.
Yeah. We generally got half the games this year because the Jets are playing tonight.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I got cheated, is it?
Yeah. We've been kicking up the exact same games as Jets. Not ideal when they're going well and everyone's way around it, so...
Fair enough. Oh, it's not when it comes up, isn't it?
can't touch it with your hands. Don't say what do you think of the state of football. Just stay away from that question. I'm going to say between 10 and 14. Somewhere in I knew they were playing at home. Changed it. Oh, is that what it is? Hey, how are you? Sorry to make you warm. Chris, how are you? Yeah, good. I've got a few different hats. Australia does that. Huh? Couldn't describe it better.
afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Arthur Eden Oval. My name is Liam Bentley, and I am joined today with Harry Scobie for our grand final replay here in NPL Men's Round 3 of Northern New South Wales. And it's a big day, Harry. What do you think we've got in store today?
Thanks, Liam. Obviously, very excited to be here. It's a huge clash. I think both teams have shown glimpses at the start of the season that they're going to be there and thereabouts come the end of the year. So I'm expecting a physical start. We know Magic always like to bring that intensity early on. So expecting quite a fast start, and I think we're in for a huge one here today.
Yeah, and that'll be a really good game. And we have obviously moved the kickoff time for those that noticed, because the mighty Newcastle Jets, you can probably see the stadium in the background. Hopefully that'll be absolutely pumping later on for the Jets versus Western Sydney Wanderers in the A-League men's. They are flying at the moment, top of the A-League and Australia Cup holders as well. So the Jets absolutely the place to be at the moment. But we are here, and we'll go through the teams for both of our teams, starting with the home team here with Lambton Jaffas. In goals returning this week, Ben Kennedy. Number 3, Patrick Bond. Number 6, Joe Langlois. Number 7, Mitchell Rook. Number 9, Drew Patterson. Number 10, Archie Finn. Number 15, Sam Donnellan. Number 17, Riley McNaughton. Number 20, Bailey Newton. Number 23, Tom Waller. And number 13, Lawson Weeks. On the bench for the Jaffas today, number 8, Jimmy Oates. Number 11, Lockie Griffiths. Number 14, Riley Taylor. Number 16, Tom Parks. Number 25, Jordan Gu. Number 31, Ethan Lewis. And they are coached, of course, by David Kanchevsky. And for the Magic visitors today in goals, number 1, Jeremiah Clower. Number 3, Ben Diamond. Number 4, Tom Beecham. Number 5, Will Ingram. Number 8, Jack Simmons. Number 9, Lewis Lara. Number 11, Jared Baker. Number 17, Ezra Polombini. Number 20, Jeremy Wilson. Number 21, James Kresner. And number 18, Joseph Kresner. On the bench for the Magic today, number 14, Jake Callan. Number 15, Regan Jose. Number 16, Bailey Ancliffe. Number 19, Keanu Moore. Number 23, Jacob Kresner. And number 44, Daniel Axford. And of course, coached by Jim Kresner. Any surprises in there for you, Harry?
Yeah, look, I think they're relatively unchanged in comparison to the last few weeks. And I think they've sort of built that identity in squad. Obviously, they've lost a few players after the Australian Championship, but look, ultimately, it's a strong lineup. We know Jimmy Kresner has 3 Kresners in the team in general today, so I'm interested to see how that goes.
I don't know if that's going to make it easier or harder for us, mate. If in doubt, just say Kresner.
Yeah, why not?
Obviously, a bit of experience on the Jaffas bench as well, with Jimmy Oates and the like on there too. So that's going to be I assume Jimmy Oates will get called on in this game. Yeah,
I think even looking at both teams' bench in general, I think there's a lot of firepower there. Keanu Moore back in the NPL on the bench today for the Magic. But like you mentioned, from a Jaffas perspective, a lot of options on that bench.
The teams join us now with our match official, Riley Capaldi. And he will have his work cut out for him today. It certainly won't be a match for the faint-hearted. 2 very good footballing teams, but 2 teams that don't mind getting stuck in either, mate.
Yeah, 100%. And that's sort of why I'm expecting a fast start. And one player for me is James Kresner, who loves to put in a hard tackle. And look, you look at both of these sides in general, and it's a lot of tall timber. There's not many small bodies, and I'm expecting a really fast start. Archie Finn is a striker as well for me, who loves a great tackle. So I think, an energetic start for mine.
I think for the same reason you said James Kresner, I think Roland McNaughton as well will be that type of player for the Jaffas. He certainly won't be backwards at coming forwards. We showed that in the first couple of games. And I assume he'll be laying in a tackle early doors to make sure they know he's there.
Yeah, most certainly. Looking at some of the players coming in from the warm-ups, Liam, they looked a bit buggered already. That heat is certainly getting. I know over the screen it'll look a bit overcast, and I think there is overcast and possibly a chance of rain later in the afternoon. But it is quite hot here at Arthur End today.
Yeah, look, absolutely. There's a reason most of the matches this time of the year are put a bit late on the day, but obviously with the Jets flying high, we want to make sure we can give them as much support as we can. So a little bit early in the day, and it certainly is feeling the heat. Yes, a bit of humidity as well. A little bit of cloud cover is helping us, and just a little bit of breeze that might help us out as well. But either way, I would rather be standing on the sidelines of the microphone than running about for the next 90 minutes, Harry.
Yeah, most certainly. They got their work cut out today, the players and officials, and like you said, a good initiative to have this game earlier. I know the heat will play an effect in this one, but obviously a huge afternoon for football in the Hunter with the Jets on afterwards, which will be another great clash.
Absolutely. All right, we are almost ready to get ourselves underway for today's match, as the team's just about to swap over. And you can hear probably pretty clearly the Jaffas Rezzies team who got the chocolates 2-1, and thanks to a late goal in the Rezzies.
Yeah, that game sort of set the tone for this, right? It was a good game, and obviously you can hear them in the background now, but I think that was another good battle between these two sides. I feel like these two sides across all grades are always competitive.
Yeah, absolutely they are. That'll be James Cresner to get us underway, as we are underway here at Arthur Ed Novo. It is NPL Men's Round 3. Lambton Jaffas at home in the yellow and black against Broadmeadow Magic in their traditional red and yellow. Ball goes out to the right towards Palambini, which is a little bit too much on that.
Yeah, an ambitious switch early. We know Magic like to use the width of the field, and Jared Baker and Palambini out wide today will be ones to watch for mine.
Comes off a Magic head. Diamond gets it back to Clure. Diamond out wide, almost misstep there. Finds his way back to Ben Kennedy. He was obviously away last week. Cheeky trip to Vegas is my information, so not a bad life if you can get it.
Yeah, I thought
back in the sticks for the Jaffas.
Yeah, I was speaking to him pre-match. It seemed like he enjoyed his time there.
I think that ball was a lot slower than Clure anticipated it was going to be. Does the job. Tom Waller with the throw again. Beachnet wins out over Drew Patterson, but it'll just make its way through over Lara's head from McNaughton.
Line up!
I think this might happen a few times during the game, just taking a little breather with the heat. Pick your battles when it comes to sprints.
Yeah, Ben Kennedy loves to distribute that long ball, and obviously searching for Tommy Waller there, the left back who got on forward.
Waller again with the throw. Puts it in. Almost an own goal. Well, the defensive header there from Ben Diamond that had Jeremiah Clure just looking a little bit confused for a sec, but it did hit the top of the net, and it will be a corner kick for the home side.
Yeah, you see a lot in football these days, Liam, the long throw being utilised, and it used again there, and obviously a chance there, but danger signs early for the Magic.
Pat Bond swinging the corner, right-footed in swinger. Right on top of the keeper, but then over the bar on the roof of the net. Well, that was quite a deliberate one, straight on top of the keeper there, and I think with the numbers of Jaffas around him, that was going to be a very deliberate play at the set pieces.
Yeah, most certainly. We see that Drew Patterson and Archie Finn there trying to obstruct Clure and block his eyesight, but Magic have done well to see out the danger. I think when Magic play out from the back here as well, the Jaffas really need to put pressure on them, because watching him in the Charity Shield, foul given here, but I think Jaffas really need to apply pressure, because if you give the likes of Beechin and Diamond time on the ball, they can execute that long ball well.
Well, that one evaded my eyesight. I was watching the ball coming up to Paul and Beanie, but it's looked like he's left one in on Clure there. Start again with the free kick. Beecham. Colin Bean's definitely the out ball. Joseph Chesnut keeps it in, but Lara is offside on the near side.
Yeah, been impressed with Lewis Lara since he's joined the Magic. I think in the Charity Shield he really started to show us signs of what he could do and got his name on the score sheet last week as well on his home debut at Magic Park. So he's certainly one to watch. I know that he's mentioned a lot of times that he's really enjoying life here in Australia, so it's always good when a new recruit settles in so well.
Yeah, he certainly looks like a player you don't want to play against on a hot day as well. He'll be causing a lot of trouble. Beecham trying to find Lara. Ball just makes its way through. Baker on to Ben Kennedy. Kennedy goes out short.
Go, Joey!
Waller aiming for Finn. Strong from Beecham there as Finn tried to muscle him out the ball, but Beecham too strong.
It's going to be a great battle today, Archie Finn and Thomas Beecham. I know we touched on pre-match what Archie Finn offers, but a great battle awaits there.
Lara, he's got a bit of space to run through here, but finds McNaughton. Lara gets it again, he's in a dangerous area. Back through to Lara. Lara cuts it across, but I'm not sure if that was a shot or a cut back. Either way, they've got the corner kick out of it, Harry.
Yeah, really good play. Lara again, the main target, and slipped through there. Ben Kennedy did well to stop the danger. I'm not sure, like you said, whether he was intending for a cutback, but Magic got a corner nonetheless.
Right in amongst it here at Arthur Eden, so again a lot of the extra comments from the extra analysts sitting around us. And swinging with the left foot. On top, but almost fought there by Lara. Beecham. Swung back out. Baker. Won by Waller. 1-2, he was under pressure from Baker. The free kick's always been getting to that one. Waller, I think, just smart enough there to slow his run down and wait for the contact.
Yeah, good tracking back from Baker after he was originally lost out.
Langwa. Harrison again, he's got the pace on that. Harrison, he goes towards the back post, and well, the cross was there, but there just wasn't enough on it. Had to create some more power there from Bailey Newton, but just unable to get his head through it. But again, Patterson is definitely an option.
Patterson's always looked dangerous from round one. It was a lovely little feint there and got him behind the defence, and like you said there, Liam, it was a great cross, and Newton just couldn't turn it goal bound.
Beecham is strolling through at the moment, but eventually does give the ball away. McNaughton. Misplaced pass there. Gets through to Lewis Lara. Lara cuts inside. Strong tackle from Riley McNaughton there. Looks like it came off Lara last and goes out for the goal kick. But again, you cannot be giving the ball away to someone like Lewis Lara in that area.
Yeah, especially of his quality, and Riley McNaughton's done really well, not only with the tackle, but to earn his side the goal kick there. But again, Lara's short footwork almost got him through on goal there.
Goal kick. Ben Kennedy, we're about 10 minutes in. Still 0-0. Goal kick. We'll go out for a Jaffas throw off the head of Jeremy Wilson. Tom. It's a battle on the edge of the box at the moment. Hasn't quite dropped. Langwa does get possession. He's got Newton on the right hand side. Decides to play it back. He's got two in the middle, but straight into the hands of Clure. And he's got Beecham, and Beecham has about 40 yards in front of him. He's going to use just about every one of them. Columbini on his right. Decides to keep it short. Gets it back from Simmons. Neat 1-2. The ball goes out as he was looking for James Kresner. Waller will throw, flying one. Up towards Finn. Harrison. Physical battle there. Potential shot pull there, but I think they're both at it, so referees let them play on. Solid there from Beecham. Shot pull there. Frustration here from the Magic bench, which we're pretty close to. We feel like we're sitting in it, Harry.
I was going to say, every time I come to Arthur Eden, you know you're in for a bit of a treat, no matter what coach it is. And I think today you've got a coach who's always vocal on his feet, and he obviously wasn't too happy about that challenge from Archie Finn.
It's definitely a free kick. There was, whether it was a short pull or the trip, either one was a free kick. Nice and close to the action. We'll bring you everything here on YouTube and Northern New South Wales Football. Waller takes no chances, puts it out for the throw in. He was 2-on-1 out there. He tries to work his way through. They'll reset back out. Jared Baker was looking for Palambini, but just too much float on the cross there. Bailey Newton up against Jack Simmons. Simmons winning out. Seems they're trying to go direct quite quickly, Harry, but just the final pass just not quite there.
Yeah, I think, judging by Jimmy Kresner's body language as well, he doesn't seem too happy with the patience with the ball. Yeah, like you said, it seems like they're trying to, and as we can see the instruction again from the Magic bench to keep the ball and be more calm. And I think Jaffas are just struggling to maintain it as well.
Yeah, I don't feel like Jaffas with too much possession and keeping that possession. So, but it's a free kick now in a pretty dangerous spot. Looks like Simmons over the ball. It's got Palambini at the back post. It looks like it'll be a late runs in from Beecham and Baker. And Wilson's up there too.
Starting position there, strong. Narrow it up. Narrow it up.
Simmons goes towards the front post. Well, again, it's one of those ones that feels a bit wasted.
Was a good opportunity. I think that the delivery wasn't too bad, to be honest. Maybe some could argue a bit overhit, but I think, a bit overhit in the end. But I think Magic are always dangerous from set pieces, and Jack Simmons, a player who was one to watch back first season back in the NPL, I believe, last year, and killed it. So he'll be a threat from set pieces.
Absolutely, he's a quality player, Jack Simmons. Again, another goal kick for Ben Kennedy. Straight up the centre. Actually, Finn tried to make a challenge of it. Back Waller. He's got Palambini for company, and he seems to have Ezra Palambini for company every time he gets near the ball. Here's Palambini again. Tries to cut it inside, but cut out. To the right hand side. I think it is just Jaffas here trying to put their foot on the ball. I say that, and well, it is a completed pass. I think that counts in the stats, Harry. Towards Finn. Beecham did just enough there. Again, that's just clever defending from Beecham, just enough to stop the momentum of that run from Archie Finn and let Clare get the ball uninterrupted. All the way through from keeper to keeper. Wallace trying to look for the angled run for Lewis Lara. I think the ball's just a little bit too straight. But it is an interesting mix between patient and direct build-up from Magic today.
Yeah, they haven't really found that balance yet, have they, of keeping their foot on the ball and slowing things down. I think the Jaffas are starting to do it a bit now between McNaughton and Weeks.
Norton goes long.
Feels a bit rushed at the minute.
It definitely does. It feels like I think they're both trying to catch each other out here, hold the ball for a little bit, and then push the button on a quick attack, but hasn't quite worked out for either team just yet. Diamond just finding himself under pressure from Finn. Well, Ingram goes for Lara, but that's McNaughton's ball every day. Simmons, always neat on the ball. Goes back to Clure. He is under pressure straight away from Patterson. And well, Clure just survived that with the help of Thomas Beecham. But all that's going to do is give Patterson, as he comes through the ball here, yes, the Clure. All that's going to do is give Patterson now the encouragement to do that every time, Harry. Clure's going to find himself under a fair bit of pressure anytime he has the ball at his feet.
Yeah, despite him being a left winger as well, his anticipation of the ball there was really good. And like you mentioned, Clure knew between the sticks for Broadmeadow this year. We're used to seeing Louis Alvarez or Zach Bowling in between the sticks.
Lara, he's got two in the middle now. Lewis Lara cuts it across and gets to Kresner! James Kresner makes it 1-0. It was a ball through to Lara. He looked up for a 2-on-2 in the middle and he found the perfect ball to Kresner, who made no mistake in slotting it into the right-hand side past Ben Kennedy. Lambton Jaffas now. Broadmeadow Magic 1.
Great hit on the counter there by Broadmeadow. Lara again the target. And Kresner obviously still had a lot of work to do. It's a tidy finish and he brings out that trademark celebration again. And the Magic, you wouldn't say against the run of play, but they take the lead here in this one.
Yeah, I think on balance it was probably going to be the more likely team to score was Magic Just, but again they've just made sure that great ball across from Lara. Again, he's been key, and a good, comfortable and knowledgeable finish there from James Kresner. He's done it many times. He's done it again today. And the free kick has given us no advantage for the foul, just over in front of the assistant referee. Dropping in and finding that space. Gets out to Palambini, who beats Waller to it. Makes its way out to Joseph Kresner, but just couldn't control it. Archie Finn does get the head one, but no one behind him. Ball through to Waller, but he's under pressure. Claiming for the free kick against Baker. It's Patterson, but it's Patterson against three, and the free kick goes for Patterson. I don't think there's any doubt about that one. I'm not sure your thoughts on the first potential foul there on Jared Baker, Harry?
Yeah, it was a questionable one, wasn't it? The referee didn't seem to be buying into it, and this game seems to be starting to open up a little bit, Liam, since that goal, and Magic a little bit disappointed they won't win that first free kick, which ultimately did look like one, and the Jaffas now in a decent position.
That Bond on set piece straight again, got Bailey Newton there for company. I think this will be Bond. Does he go for it, or does he drop it into the back post? What's the play here, Harry?
There is some tall timber in there for the Jaffas, and Bailey Newton standing over it as well.
Pat Bond tries to drop it at the front. All in all, didn't really do much of anything. Just finds itself back with Sam Donnellan. Newton tries to drop it in. Patterson drops it down to Rook. And well, maybe the angles deceived me there, but it looked close.
Very close. I think it was Drew Patterson with the original chest in Rook's path, and from our position here, Liam, I was waiting for it to hit the back of the net, and that's something that Magic got to be aware of, but Jeff is certainly piling on the pressure since going behind.
So we're just giving the signal that he's going longer for the goal kick. Towards Palambini, Lawson Weeks, sorry. Gets it out for the throw-in, which will go to Joseph Kresna. Lara. He's really good with the ball at his feet, is Lewis Lara. To Archie Finn. Gets to Patterson. Finn, he's waiting on the contact from Beecham. Gets it, keeps the ball, finds Patterson. Patterson's got Diamond for company. Gets to the edge of the box to Rook. Tries to swing it in towards Bailey Newton. Langlois. Goes for a deep cross. Palambini again has a fair bit of space in front of him, and you can hear the frustration from the Magic bench there. They thought Palambini had a lot more time and space to do something there. Puts the early ball for Lara, but it was one. And now Waller has the throw in on the near side, just in front of the Magic technical area. Goes towards Finn. Finn manages to turn Beecham. And goes against Diamond for another corner. And again, if we believe what they did last time, this will be a Pat Bond one and straight on top of Jeremy Kluwer.
Yeah, the Jaffas are certainly up the intensity a little bit, but I think they've got to be aware of Magic on the counter-attack in the break. You know, their speed of Baker, Lara and Palambini can be a threat. Just got to be aware of that.
Bond goes near post. The free kick on Fresno. Lara eased off the ball. Donnell in there. Smart defending there not to give away the free kick and just slow the game down, which I don't think Magic are too upset about, being 1-0 up at this point. Joseph Kresna on the throw-in. Finds Lara. So he's played the advantage there as the referee. It was a foul on Lara, but the ball comes in towards the back. What a finish! What a finish! Ezra Palambini makes it 2. Well, there was a potential foul. The referees played the advantage, and a fantastic advantage that's turned out to be for Broadmeadow Magic, with Palambini nestling it into the top corner past Ben Kennedy. It's 2-0 to Broadmeadow Magic.
Yeah, I think originally that should have been a foul in the first instance from Magic, and the referees probably rightly so given advantage played. And Palambini, who found himself out on the left rather than the right, cuts in on his preferred right foot. That is some strike, and Magic doubled their lead.
That's what confused me there about who scored it, because Palambini found himself right out on the left wing, and he spent most of the game right in front of us on the right touch line. But he certainly has used his preferred right foot to full effect. As we stop here for a little drinks break for the players and officials. It is very hot. As you can see, well, you probably can't see, it does look, as you said earlier, Harry, a little bit overcast here, but we can tell you from experience it is very warm here at Arthur Eden Oval.
Yeah, massively warm. Obviously the reserve grade clash earlier had a drinks break, and the players have had a very fast opening 20 so minutes in this one. I think Magic deservedly ahead, but a good chance now for especially the Jaffas to reset, hear what David Jancheski has to say, and try and find themselves a way into this game before half time.
They haven't been bad. The Jaffas have been pretty good and been pretty close themselves. Have put Magic under pressure, but unfortunately they do find themselves 2-0 down after 20 odd minutes, and that's not a place many teams come back from against the double winners in Broadmeadow Magic.
Yeah, I think that's what Magic did so well last year as well in their back-to-back season, is they started the game with the right intent, and usually it was the case, Liam, if they weren't ahead early on, they'd find a way to win, or if they were ahead from the start, they'd see out the match. And they're showing another example of today of why they are going to be there and thereabouts again this season. They had a minor setback in round 1 against Edgeworth, but their reaction after that has been really good.
Just as our referee gets us underway, we can recap the scores from last night in NPL Men's. There was a thrilling 2-2 draw between Kahaiba and Edgeworth, and that puts Cahaiba on 4 points after 2 games, which for a promoted club, Harry, is just about as much as I think they would expect and ask for.
Yeah, no, obviously we speak about them in round 1 and the buzz around them heading into the competition, and last night they matched it with Edgeworth. Edgeworth was always going to go to Harold Knight with the point trying to prove, but hats off to them. I thought they played well last night, Khyber.
I haven't seen it myself, but you tell me there was an absolute stunner of a goal in that game.
Yeah, Billy Ick with an absolute cracker for Cahaiba, which has been showcased multiple times, and yeah, great strike. And they're still building something special, Cahaiba. They're a young side, and I think they've got a lot more to offer this season.
Get that looked up on the Northern New South Wales YouTube page, or the NPL Goals Northern New South Wales YouTube page. I'm sure it's going to be there for everyone to watch again. As we are well back underway, Waller. 1-0 finds way harmlessly through to Clare. Using no great rush. Slightly risky ball. McNaughton. Pat Bond finds McNaughton. Finds Rook, sorry. Go harmlessly out for a goal kick, which again I think Clare will be in any great hurry to take at this point. The other game last night was a resounding victory for Cooks Hill United. 6-0, Harry, over Valentine. What's your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I think Cooks Hill played really well. They had to win that match. I think that was their first victory of the season, and they've come close at times this season, but I think to go to Crowders Bay and get the jobs done, hats off to him. I think Stephen Hoyle got his name on the score sheet as well, the Jets A-League coach, so overall a great night for them, but a few worrying signs from a Valentine perspective.
Interestingly, in the last couple of weeks, they haven't looked too far off it, but that's certainly a statement result both ways for Cooks Hill and for Valentine. A little bit of head tennis here. It does drop Beanie. Joe Kresner. Here's James Kresner. Goes to find Lewis Lara. Ryland McNaughton's there, but Lara gets the body position. And does go out for the throw in. Kresner, Palambini, just to cut inside. His path is blocked. Rook is muscled off the ball by Wilson. Gets it back. Beecham goes all the way home.
Just watching, I know Mitch Rook is injured, but I'm just watching, there's a few Jaffas plays in the wars at the minute, Liam.
I think there's a little bit of claret here for Mitch Rook. So he's been told to go and address that. Yeah, certainly a little bit of blood coming from the side of his eye. So I want to get that fixed up pretty soon so he can continue.
Joey Langlois also been clutching on the ground for a few minutes now since the tackle a few minutes ago. That certainly doesn't look good for Rook. Hopefully it's nothing too serious as the medical team assess him.
Hopefully it's just a superficial one and nothing more structural there. It's just a bit of a cut at the side of the eye, but certainly won't be fun. We start ourselves the drop ball here. Diamond. He's looking again direct out towards Baker. Baker does get there. Makes a lot of it there, this Baker. We are not to concede the corner. And Wyatt gets it back to McNaughton. McNaughton looks out but gives it straight back to a red jersey.
Stay, Joey. Not too early. Stay.
Palambini. Kresner's found its way to Kresner at the edge of the box. Kresner takes the shot, flashes it wide in front of Ben Kennedy, and he found himself in an awful lot of space there, Harry.
What a lovely bit of interchange play there, and obviously Kresner with the chance at the end, and Magic with some beautiful one-touch football, Liam. I would have loved to see them capitalise and finish that goal off, because that would have been shown multiple times, but Jaffas again just need to be aware of Magic's dangers.
Just a bit of a goal-mouth scramble on the touchline there, and they gave the ball straight to Magic jersey just in the middle of their own half, and that will never generally end well. Well, here they go attacking now. Finn. Newton.
And again we go again. Yes, right.
Change the point of the attack out to Waller. Palambini putting under pressure straight away. Lawson Weeks, it's a confident turn with Lara right on his heel, but does alright and gets it back to Ben Kennedy.
It's another good test for the young centre-back Lawson Weeks today up against Lara. Obviously replacing Nikolai Topper-Stanley, I believe, who left or retired last season. So there's big shoes to fill alongside Riley McNaughton. And I believe Lawson Weeks only 18.
Ball stayed in there. Weeks still making a contest of it. Dunellen gets it through, but only as far as Beecher. Simmons has time to turn. Nice pass out to Jared Baker. Jared Baker gets it in. And James Kresner makes it 2 for him, 3 for Magic. And there's the celebration from young Kresner. And that's almost in the realms of looking a bit too easy, Harry, to get through. That's 3-0 for the Magic.
Yeah, again, Jared Baker down the left-hand side and cutting across to the edge of the box. And Jaffas, they tried to scramble it, but it was Kresner again at the double. And Magic, they extend their lead further. I think it was a tight start, this one. Both teams had their fair share of the ball, but I think Magic have capitalised when the chances have come their way.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would have had this being 3-0 at this point in the match. But that being said, at this point last year, fair to say Jaffas had a different trajectory at this point last year, but it was 5-0 to Jaffas, 5-0 to Magic last year, early in the season in the first meeting, so not far off. And Rook again going to have to change his jersey and get that cut sorted. It was wiped up, cleaned up for him to go back on, but it's started back again. So down to 10 men at the moment, Jaffas, temporarily. And down by 3-0 against the current champions, Broadmeadow Magic.
Right header! Right header,
Joseph Kresner and Palambini for company. He cuts inside both of them very well. And I think he was certainly going to ground there a little bit too easily for the referee's liking.
Yeah, he seems to be trying very hard, Archie Finn up top, and just hasn't had that service yet from his other teammates, and Jaffas have been very off the pace to start this one.
Well, Ingram gets there. The referee says he got the ball and it's a corner kick. Magic bench is incensed. Hard to tell from this angle, Harry. Although I think the Magic bench will agree. I think they are very convinced that was a penalty kick, or at least a foul. I'm not even sure who was in the box from this angle, Harry.
Like you said, Liam, very, very hard to tell from our angle. I think it was Bailey Newton tracking back, and they do have a corner here though.
Put in over Kennedy's head, drops to Lara. Lara takes the shot, and it goes, well, it hasn't even gone out yet. All goes forward, looking for Patterson, but Ingram again cuts it out. They will restart with Wilson. Wilson looking for Kresner. He's offside. Flag has gone up on the near side here.
Brilliant, James! Great run! In between!
Again, no, it looked like they were going to build up slowly, and Wilson just found the run of Kresner. And he may have been offside that time, but there's plenty of times when he's not. He's so dangerous.
I think the Jaffas for now are still playing with 10 men while Mitch Rourke gets assessed. It looks to be the case anyway, so they'll have to try and see out this first half and make sure Magic don't bring up any more goals. But this will be a challenge in the remaining 13, 14 minutes or so, especially with 10 men.
It's already been hard enough with 11. Conceded 3 goals to a pretty clinical Magic side. I think that's the best way to describe them at this point. They've made the best of their opportunities. And we've got Rook about to come back on with a different jersey number. He's now jersey number 19 for those following at home. Got the big headband on. He's patched up and ready to go. As Magic restart it. Wilson. Beecham. Beecham goes direct towards Lara. Drops it in. Lara, he tries to get it through, takes the shot. It's Jack Simmons. That was a cute little flick up there, and it would have been some goal had that one gone in, Harry.
Well, based on Jack Simmons' highlight reel and the goals that he scored, you'd expect him to potentially hit the target there, but again, another good interchange of play. It started from Beecham, the long ball over the top. And Jaffas really need to try and see this half out. But Magic, they look very good when they go forward.
They've done a very good job of being able to look like they're about to hold the ball and then launch a very quick press, and a very quick counter. Allison trying to get the best of Joseph Kresna, but close to the keeper. Clear to Palambini. Weeks wins a header. Goes as far as Tom Waller, but goes out for throw in.
Look at this, right? Everybody's hit.
Palambini. James Kresna. Missed by Simmons. Newton. Under pressure straight away. So is Langwell. Palambini gets it across. We'll get to McNaughton. Under pressure, and again they just can't seem to hold the ball going forward, can the Jaffas, and it's coming in wave after wave of attack from Broadmeadow Magic.
Yeah, they're really struggling to get their foot on the ball, the Jaffas, and when they do, when Magic do turn over the ball, it's booted up to the halfway line, and Magic can reset as they do here. And it's interesting because I thought the Jaffas have been really good to start the season, and Magic just a class above so far.
It looks like Magic's really clicked in this game. It was a tight tussle against Edgy in round one. They lost 1-0 to a last minute Olympico, but they certainly look like they've got their groove back. Goes to Patterson. Kresna for company. Patterson gets it towards the back post. No one following in, so England will have the chance to clear it. Doesn't have too much forward, just Lara goes for him. McNaughton wins it. Drops into Nellen. Newton. You can hear the Magic bench urging the Magic players to get up and put them under pressure. Lawson Weeks. Langwell. Too much on that. And you can hear the round of applause. That's coming directly from the Magic bench. That's exactly what they wanted. High pressure, put them under, and then forcing that mistake, which has given them possession with a throw in on the far side.
Yeah, they're so well disciplined about the ball, the Magic. They know their roles off the ball as well as on. And some people would have argued that the Australian Championship would have, they would have come into this season a little bit fatigued. Obviously, they haven't made heaps of signings, but basing off this start of this half, they look even better than they did in patches last year. Their attack going forward is incredible, and I'm looking forward to seeing how far this side can go and what they can achieve this year.
Wilson cuts it back. Lara takes the shot. Lara makes it 4. Louis Lara Delgado nestles it in the back of the net there, and he makes it 4-0 in the first half, unbelievably, for Broadmeadow Magic. And well, again, I said it in the last goal, but it just looked a little bit too easy for Magic there to make it 4-0, Harry.
Once again, come down that left-hand side. They have looked so dangerous, and Lara, who I had a feeling he'd get a goal today, Liam, but certainly didn't see Magic having 4 within the first 40 minutes. But the Jaffas, again, not coping when the Magic get the ball forward, and Lewis Lara will be second of the season. He's been a talent to watch so far.
All right, Harry, we're all coaches and we watch football. You're David Tanchevsky. What do you say at half-time here? What do you say to your troops being 4-0 down against an incredibly good side?
It's so tricky, isn't it? It's so tricky to try and find motivation. Heading into this one, Liam, obviously they would have had a lot of high hopes being a grand final rematch, but it's so tricky. I'd love an insight into what will be said at halftime. Just, second half, probably just trying to play their football more. I don't think they've created enough going forward. Nonetheless, I think Magic are going to be a side that are going to pile goals on teams this season, but it's really tricky, isn't it, from a manager perspective of what to say to the side. We know they started the season slow last year. I think the Jaffas only picked up 4 wins at home at Arthur and Noble last year, so it seems that they can't string wins together at home, but yeah, that halftime talk will be an interesting one.
Weeks out to Waller. Joseph Fresnot for company. Goes back to Weeks. Inside to Langlois. Under pressure from Kresner, and Kresner wins out. Finds Baker. Again, it seems like they've got the numbers. Baker drops it to Lara. Lara takes the shot. And just flashes wide again past the far post, but it was just 2 or 3 very good passes. Great work from Kres in the middle of the park to win the ball. Find Jared Baker, and then again that quick pass through to Lara, and they were on goal again.
Well, last season in round 2, Broadmeadow Magic defeated the Jaffas 5-0 at Magic Park. In the season before, they come here to Arthur and Noble and won 6-0. And I think Jaffas are struggling to beat. I know they had a prime opportunity last year to get some bragging rights over him in the grand final. But it just seems the case that when these two sides clash, Magic always seem to come out on top. And I think the record in this fixture is 6-0 Magic. So 4 in the first half isn't too bad.
Ingram on the left-hand side. Inside to Baker, gets it back. Next down the left-hand side. It'll be a throw-in for the Jaffas. I think if you're in yellow and black at the moment, you just want the half-time whistle to go, get a chance to regroup, get in the change room.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that drinks break might have done the Jaffas a world of good to refresh and hear the instructions, but honestly, I think we have to give a lot of credit to Broadmeadow in the way they're playing going forward, especially Baker and Lewis Lara, and obviously Kresner, who's bagged a double. I'm sure he'll be keen for a hat-trick.
Well, it's interesting in the second half to be proof in the pudding here, but just seems a bit of a relentlessness about Broadmeadow Magic at the moment. It's find the gaps and exploit them as quick and as often as they can.
Yeah, I think even the wide players and let this play out.
Baker looks for Lara. Weeks gets there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I really like Lewis Lara's movement off the ball. He had a chance there to get a double, but even when he's not on the ball, he's always making runs in behind, and they've seemed effective so far.
He's looking for Patterson. He's got the pace. It's Patterson. Clure comes out but changes his mind, so Patterson up against Kresner. Waller goes to put it in the middle, but just nothing on it. McNaughton. Patterson again. Has got a bit of time before Palambini gets there. McNaughton, he's got plenty of options in the box. Patterson is beaten there by Wilson. Simmons, he's only got Lara in front of him. And he uses that option. It is 2 against about 5 at the moment. Still maintaining the ball as numbers do eventually win out. Finn, he's looking up for Patterson, but can't make the pass, so he keeps possession. Patterson then makes the run to the right, but it's cut out and well read by Thomas Beecham. There seems to be a lot of that. The Magic defence, even when the ball does get forward, it's a bit of a tired attack, and the Magic defence reading it well. Diamond, neat little flick through.
I think the Jaffas seems to be feeling the heat more than Broadmeadow. Even when Magic have had the ball, the Jaffas press for me hasn't been on in this first half, and we can see all the players walking now while we wait the throw in. just happy to have a breather because, like you mentioned, it's a hot day here in the Hunter.
Certainly is, and you're right there. The pressure from Jaffas is markedly better than that. Pressure from Magic is markedly better than that from the Jaffas. And that is absolutely showing on the scoreboard. 4-0 here to the champions. Lara from distance. Well, that is unfortunate. I think the whistle had blown at the time the shot was taken. The first foul was given. So it will be the free kick because the whistle was blown before the ball hit the back of the net. To be fair, I don't think after the shot was taken it looked like Ben Kennedy was going to let that one through.
It'd be interesting to see that one back on replay because it looked like a free kick. Then the ref tried to play advantage, but then as the shot's gone in, he's blew the whistle again.
It is certainly an interesting call, that one. It's all about the timing and when that whistle was blown. I think if he had his time back, he probably would have. Lara into the wall. Shots taken and stopped by Ben Kennedy. Well, I'm sure that'll be looked at both by Magic and by the referees' coaches as well. It's an interesting one. It's one of those ones you don't see a hell of a lot of, so an interesting one to walk through.
You can see about the whole Magic bench reaction as well, Liam. All of them started going up at once off their seats, arguing the case.
But in a slightly withdrawn version, it wasn't complete outburst of anger. It was, I think there was a little bit of confusion in there. We think that's wrong, but what happened? Corner's taken. I think that's going off a Jaffa's head and they go for a corner at the other side.
Maybe if it's a last-minute deciding goal, I think you might have seen a bit more anger on Jimmy Cresna's face.
Oh, there's absolutely no doubt if it was 0-0 and that happened, the noise would have been 10 times louder from the Magic bench. But at 4-0 up, it's a bit of a different case.
Not only the scoreline reflects the first half, I think Magic fans have a lot to be excited about this season. Lewis Lara and some of the returning players in Baker and Palambini, and it's really important now within the final seconds that the Jaffas see this out.
Ingram. And that'll be another corner. Archie Finn just getting his head in the way to stop that making its way through. I think Kennedy may have had it anyway, but better safe than sorry given the current state of affairs. Beat Ingram again, and no rush. There's a little bit of breeze picking up, which is certainly helping the hot weather. Ingram into the middle. Again, Finn is the head it gets to it. And Ingram will see that out for the throw.
Ezra, come in, come on.
Not sure anyone's in too much of a rush at this point. Magic happy with the 4-0 at half time. Jaffas happy not to concede any more before half time. Joseph Kresna finds Lara. Wilson on his way back to Beecham.
Have a look at the side space. Look at the side space.
Ben Diamond into Simmons.
Right, Bakes, you've got to scream for that.
Ball will go for a Jaffas throw. And well into our 3 minutes of time added on in the first half.
Let's work.
For those for the drinks break and also for Mitch Rook's injury to his face. But that'll be that. That is half time. It is Lambton Jaffas 0, Broadmeadow Magic 4, 2 from James Kresna, 1 from Ezra Palambini, 1 from Lewis Lara, and it's 4-0. Harry, final thoughts on that first half, mate?
Incredible first 45 from the Magic, showing no signs of slowing down of what they created last year. And you asked me the question earlier, Liam, what the halftime talk would be from a Jaffas perspective, and honestly, I wouldn't like to be a part of it. They've got a lot of work to do in this second half. A good test for David Tancheski's side to see how they'll react, but Magic just on another level to start this first half.
All right, well, we'll be back in just under 15 minutes here for the second half of Lambton Jaffas versus Broadmeadow Magic.
Gentlemen, make sure you visit the canteen, fresh food, cold drinks. Make sure you visit it on a nice hot day like today. And don't forget the Newcastle Jets playing just across the road. And Broadmeadow Stadium this evening, 5 p.m. kickoff. Tickets still available. Make sure that you stick around there after the first day to catch the Jets.
Oh yeah, that's the feeling. Progress. Momentum. Getting somewhere. That's what it feels like when you bank with Newcastle Permanent. With local experts and award-winning customer service. We're here for you, and we're here for good. Oh yeah, that's the feeling. Progress. Momentum. Getting somewhere. That's what it feels like when you bank with Newcastle Permanent. With local experts and award-winning customer service. We're here for you, and we're here for good.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Arthur Eden Oval for NPL Northern New South Wales men's, and it is myself, Liam Bentley, with Harry Scobie as our analyst, and we've had a lot to analyse. It is Jaffas nil, Magic 4 for those that are just tuning in. A couple of goals from James Cresner, another from Ezra Palombini, and one from Luis Lara Delgado. And well, we spoke about what might have been said in that change room at half time. We're about to find out what the impact was, Harry.
Well, interesting for mine, Liam. Jaffas were the first side out, so that interests me. They've been out for about 3 or 4 minutes now as Magic start to take shape on the field. But yeah, certainly would have been an interesting half-time talk, that's for sure. And looks like Jaffas have headed to their bench with Jordan Gu and Lockie Griffiths coming on, so trying to find a spark, but a huge mountain to climb from here. That first half, they were way off the pace.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I think it's at this point, early doses to make sure it's nothing embarrassing. Get an early goal in the second half and potentially try and fight back a little bit, but it's going to be a tough fight back. If they do fight back, we're going to be in for an absolute all-timer here, mate.
Oh. If they do, it'd be an incredible way to see things before more football coming later at McDonald Jones Stadium. But yeah, it's interesting to see how they'll react, David Chancheski's side.
No changes at half-time on either side. Oh. Could be corrected, you're absolutely spot on there. They never done the normal procedure at half-time. I'm sure the fourth official is just getting to it now. But we have Jordan Gu on. So I am less surprised that there has been a couple of changes.
Yeah, and I think Mitch Rook is one of the two players that have departed the field. And Liam, he was in the walls in that first half.
Yeah, he certainly was. And again, never want to take any risk when it comes to injuries to the face of the head. So we do have Jordan Gu on, and Lockie Griffiths. Jared Baker pounces on the loose pass. He's out of it by Lawson Weeks. I don't think there's any chance of that being a penalty or a free kick. Weeks goes Jaffas on the attack here. The shot's taken, and well, that Bond had a little bit behind that shot. Probably miscontrolled or mishandled there by Clure and the Magic goal, but it does give them an early chance, and I think they're going to need to take a chance pretty early in this half if they've got any chance of getting any points out of this game.
Yeah, why not? We know Pat Bond can score some worldies, and why not take on the strike from there?
Corner taken in, and McNaughton goes again for the second ball. It'll be another corner. Clure thinking of just taking that ball either to the face or to the gut, but taking his time getting back up here. Hasn't called for any attention yet. Match official just in conversation with him. He'll be getting up pretty soon, or there would have been some attention called.
Yeah, I think it's been interesting that Clure's got the number one spot between the sticks, because Jimmy Kressner rotated between the two in pre-season. I think in that Charity Shield, Clure and Axford played a half each, and obviously Clure's the one who started all three games so far, so it looks like he's back to his feet.
Newton towards the back post. Clear, but drops to the edge of the box. Waller back out to Newton. Newton puts it back into the middle. Kresner up against Griffiths there. Enough pressure from Griffiths for Kresner to give the throw in away. It's like Archie Finn's the man that's gone off. To be replaced by Griffiths. Gu. Waller gets it in. Drops Bailey Newton there. It got it all the way through to Bailey Newton, but couldn't make much of it. Lara Baker stopped his run there so he wouldn't be offside. Gets it now. It's mainly committed forward from Magic at this point. Simmons wins the throw in. Ingram to Simmons. All the way back towards Beecham. Neat little touch there from Tom Beecham. That's the confidence he's playing with at the moment.
Yeah, very, very cheeky touch from a centre-back who I think really has taken his game to another level these last 2 years. I mean, an incredible part of Magic's backline last season in their success, and again this year I believe he was getting some offers from other clubs and staying in Magic colours again this year.
Newton pounces on the loose ball, but it's eventually cleared by Diamond. Is that Wilson down on the far side? I think that's more of a contact injury. I think that's a bang on the knee, and I don't care how tough you are, a bang on the knee is very painful in the middle of a football match. So Ken Wilson just taking his time to get himself back up there. You can see Cannon Moore going through his pre-match warm-up. Will be restarted with a drop ball at the feet of Lawson Weeks. Finds Waller. Goes towards Gu. Jordan Gu tries to cut inside. He's got two for company. Out to Griffiths. The two subs combining. And another corner. And look, it's been positive, Harry. It certainly has been.
It's been a better start. I think when you inject Lockie Griffiths and Jordan Gu into a game, especially Griffiths, you can see looking for that pace out wide, and Drew Patterson looks like he's gone tonight, which has allowed Griffiths out wide, and Jordan Gu, again, another mid-season recruit last year. And you're right, they've started this half with a bit more intensity.
Corner in on top of the keeper. Keeper misses it. Drops out to Waller. Oh, doesn't quite get there. Does drop out to Gu now. Won by Palambini. He's got Lara in front of him. Put an awful lot on that one. It's a foot race between Lara and Danellan. Gets the throw.
Jez! Next action,
Sorry,
simple and calm. Get back in the game.
Free kick given to the Jaffas. Footwork there from Palambini. Free kick is given. Of course, if you can get out to the Jets tonight, get out and watch the Jets up against Western Sydney, top of the league Jets. And we're playing right across there at the back of your screen there at McDonald Jones Stadium. If you can't get out, you can watch it on TV, or you can absolutely watch a cracking match tonight at Western in the NPL as well. Also got Bale Swans playing home too, so lots to choose from.
I was going to say, so much football, isn't it, Liam? And there's a chance for the box office Jets to extend their lead further at the top of the ladder tonight.
And the ball drops, and he is onside. It's Lewis Lara. Well, that was quite a simple free kick to the back post. Touchdown to Lewis Lara, and Lewis Lara gets his second and Magic's fifth. And after that promising start to the second half, well, it was just as easy as that to add a fifth goal for Broadmeadow Magic.
Well, I'm unsure if that one was straight from the training ground, but Baker just seemed to have known where to go. As soon as that ball was about to be played in, he found himself towards the back end of the left post, and he cuts it back, and Lara again at the double. 3 goals to his name this season. He's already proving to be a striker to watch, and the Jaffas again from the set piece, just not aware then.
Dave Dancheski, I imagine, will be extremely frustrated. It's been a positive start, but that can absolutely take the wind out of you. Eased off it. Lingua again. He certainly wanted a little bit of revenge there. Danellan gets to go. Griffiths tries to win it, but Palambini's got Kresner. He aims for Kresner. Does he have the legs to keep it in? Almost. Throw for the home side. It's to McNaughton. Back to Danellan. Danellan goes for the cross-field switch out to Tom Waller. Good. Certainly injected a little bit of pace and creativity into the Jaffas lineup.
Yeah, he seemed busy, wanting to get on the ball. I think the first half, the Jaffas were not only losing a lot of duels, but they didn't have the players in the midfield that wanted to get on the ball. And I know Jordan Goo, first week back from the injury he sustained against Kahai, but he's already looking busy early on.
Cut in, but cleared away by Ingram. Drops to Goo. Nothing, under pressure straight away from Lara.
He's coming, Benny.
Well, Kennedy has conceded 5 goals, but too many of them you can say he's been at much fault for.
Yeah, it's a tricky one for BK. I think he'll be a little bit disappointed with his defence that Magic have been able to get into those situations. Definitely couldn't do nothing about that Ezra Palambini strike. That was probably will go down for potentially goal of the week, even Liam. But look, it's a fairly similar backline from the Jaffas to last year, apart from Lawson Weeks partnering Riley McNaughton. But again, the Jaffas made a habit last year of conceding a lot of goals, especially in the early stages of the season, and that's something that they need to work on massively.
Offside given there. Free kick to Jaffas. 10 minutes into the second half. It is Lambton Jaffas 0, Broadmeadow Magic 5. And you were reliably telling me of recent years, 6-0 is the biggest margin in this fixture. Harry, do you think we're going to reach that or surpass it today?
I think the way things are heading and the way Magic can be so clinical when they go forward, certainly could be possible, Liam. But I think for the Jaffas, they just need to really... We spoke at halftime what they'd be looking to do in this second half to try and avoid conceding so many. But like I said to you off air, I think you have to give Magic a lot of credit. But going back to your question, I think it is possible.
Norton gets there, but Lara's body position allows him to have it. Lara also now on a hat-trick, gives it to Kresner, who's on a hat-trick. Kresner takes the shot, and well, they're both on 2 goals. It's good unselfish play by Lara there, and Kresner struck it, but just a bit too much on it, goes over the bar.
Yeah, again, they just commit so many numbers and bodies forward when they counter-attack, and everyone seems to want to join in on the action. I think we got 2 players looking for hat-tricks, Kresner and Lara, I think.
Absolutely.
Maybe they might have a word to Jimmy Kresner and say, please don't take me off.
Well, important as well at the start of the season when they've had such a different off-season with the championship, is you're 5-0 up. Is this the time when you start protecting and giving a bit of time to those on the fringes?
Yeah, it's certainly possible. I think we've got Jacob Kresner as well on the bench, who has barely featured. So yeah, you're right. With a margin like this, you wouldn't be surprised if he added to his bench.
Griffiths. Again, Griffiths also made a difference, a bit more of that direct running. Slightly harder to deal with for Magic. Dealt with it in terms of giving away some corners. Still kept a clean sheet. And swinging corner. Drops out to Goo. A bit of a shot he won't want to talk about too often. Well, does go out just for the goal kick. But 5-0 and a goal kick to clear for Magic. Beecham strides forward, sees Baker. Denellen just gets there. And the throw in given to the home side.
Jacob! Keanu!
Just heard the shout there from Jimmy Kresner to bring both Jacob Kresner and Keanu Moore on there. 2 very good plays to come off the bench.
That's the last thing you want to see at 5-0 down is Keanu Moore running towards you. He certainly and create a hell of a lot. He's got some engine, so they won't be holding back. Long range shot. Oh, well, I think that was a little bit closer than what everyone potentially thought it was. A shot there from Pat Bond. That is a couple of subs. So it'll be Jacob Kresner for Jared Baker. And Tom Beecham will be replaced. He's got that heavy strapping on the right quad. And he certainly gave the indication to Jim Kresner that he was ready to take his leave. He'll be replaced by Keanu Moore. I think that'll be a bit of a structural change there.
Yeah, like you said earlier about resting some of these players with the margin. I think that's some smart tactics there from Jimmy Kresner. We know they're at home for the next 2 weeks up against Adamstown and Bellswan. So when you're ahead for 5 goals, I think it's a smart decision.
Coming on off the field, number 11, Jared Baker, and number 4, Thomas Beecham. To be replaced by number 19, Keanu Moore, and number 23, Jacob Kresner.
Diamond gets the ball through out towards Jacob Kresner. We've got 3 Kresners on the field and 1 in the technical area.
Drop, Jacob, hey! It's not black down, mate.
Langwa gets it deep.
There we go.
The ball almost given straight to Lara. McNaughton gets himself in the way.
Drop, nice!
Kennedy in the shape for a big one. It does make its way through to Newton. McNaughton. Down to Patterson. Just straight to where Nellen was going.
Yeah, some of the Jaffas interchange of play today, they just haven't been on the same wavelength as each other. Obviously Drew Patterson there looking for Newton.
Jaffas attack again on the left hand side. Swing it in, but neither a cross nor a shot there. And another double sub here for the home side. It's like Tom Parks and Riley Taylor coming on. And that'll be Bailey Newton coming off. And Sam Donnellan, you can see there, just in front of you, coming off as well.
This is interesting because Sammy Donnellan usually plays a full 90 and Riley Taylor's gone into the right back role. And Riley Taylor, we are most known to seeing him out on the flank, so an interesting decision. And obviously Tom Parks against his former club as well. He'll be looking to prove a point.
And number 15, Sam Allen. They're replaced by number 14, Riley Taylor, and number 16, Tom Parks.
Tom Parks, I'm sure, would not have wanted to come on at 5-0 down against his old club.
Yeah, most certainly. He would have been marking this fixture in his calendar, and to come on with half an hour to go and being down 5-0 is a scoreline that he wouldn't have hoped for. But nonetheless, he's had a lot of success at Magic.
Quick free kick taken, gets its way to Lara. Jacob Kresner out to Simmons. Simmons puts it in the middle. It's dropped to Gu, who's under pressure straight away from Lara, who has not stopped the entire game. Moore eventually wins out, gets it to Simmons. Langwa under pressure again from Simmons.
Get a shape again.
Finds Waller. Lewis Lara has not stopped this entire game, Harry.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with him. Not only that he's finding the back of the net, which will please Jimmy Kresner, but also his work rate off the ball is incredible.
Griffiths takes the shot. What a strike from Drew Patterson. Well, it was going to take something special, and that is special. Drew Patterson, who was a bit more central, found himself out on the left-hand side and took an absolutely peach of a strike into the top corner. Not much Clue could have done about that. It's Jaffas 1, Magic 5.
All right, Liam, take your pick. Patterson or Palambini, which one?
Oh, it's hard. It's a hard one there. I think potentially Patterson, a bit more power in it. But they're both great goals to watch.
He's looked one of the more sparks for Jaffas, though, hasn't he, today? Drew Patterson, and he spoke in an interview midweek saying that it's not all about myself and he wants to help the team, but he gets his first goal in Jaffas colours, and that was the scream of that.
Well, what a way to get your first goal. We'll take a drinks break here. Again, as we've mentioned, it is a bit warm here at Arthur Ed Novo. A little breeze coming through, which is helping, and a little bit of cloud cover, but it's been a humid and hot few days here in the Hunter. And a little chance to regroup for Lambton Jaffas. I think the Magic defence will be a little annoyed. I don't think they're in too much danger of losing the game, but goalkeepers and defenders are pretty precious about keeping clean sheets, rightfully so. So I think they'll be a little annoyed about that, Harry.
Most certainly. Jimmy Kresner, the message at halftime would have been, to go and get more goals, but also maintain a clean sheet, which almost looks certain in that first half, but we know football's a game of two halves, not one. So, look, it's better from the Jaffas. They've looked better in patches this second half, still not completely at the races, but Drew Patterson, an awesome moment for him.
There's no doubt, it just looks a little bit better having the 1 rather than the 0. 5-0 or 6-0. Again, can get another goal. It just changes the complexion for the confidence that still scoring goals against potentially the best team in the league. Throw in goes Langram's way. Ingram tries to find Jacob Kresner. Now the throw. Ingram will get a second try. Kresner gets it back to Ingram, but it's out Patterson. Cannon Moore. Couple of hands shoved there by Ezra Palomini. Wasn't the most subtle of fouls.
Yeah, hats off to Lawson Weeks there. He's had his hands full today, but deserved a foul there. And that's a combination as well. I'm looking forward to seeing McNaughton and Weeks.
Flag does go up there. Jaffas tried to make the run through, just a little bit too eager. Just halfway through this second half, up to Jaffas 1, Broadmeadow Magic 5. It's Drew Patterson with the Jaffas goal, 2 for Lewis Lara, 2 for James Kresner, and 1 for Ezra Palambini. Couple of crackers in the ones from Palambini and from Patterson not long ago. Jacob Kresner tries to go outside McNaughton. McNaughton gets his body in the way. And just good experience shown there by McNaughton. And almost got a touch there, Harry. Comes towards us.
There was a situation last year, obviously we spoke about Arthur Eden being the ground where you're right and close to the action, where Chris actually got his headphones knocked off his head. So if you're listening, Chris, I'm sure you remember that one.
No foul given there for Griffiths. We're just eating up the time. Long ball towards Jacob Kresner, just a bit too much, but Jim Kresner's happy with the direction. Jordan Goofing with Simmons there for the ball. Moore tries to get a sticky one through. Diamond, more of a clearance than anything else, drops to Waller's feet. Waller tries to turn the afterburners on and go for a run up the wing. Ball's just a bit too much on it. Clear will get there, but Waller certainly seen a bit of an opportunity there to start an attack. 6 to go. Gu under pressure straight away from Joseph Kresner, who finds Lara. Lara stops and turns. I think he tried to get it through to Kresner, but just didn't have enough contact. Parks. Parks goes again up against Simmons.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Lara didn't try and take that one on goal, being on a hat-trick there. Sort of fluffed his lines as he got into the final third, but immediately, as you could see, when Lara stuffed up the chance and Jaffas got the possession back, Jimmy Kresner was urging his lads to have that reaction without the ball. Pretty much sums him up as a coach.
Ball drops to Griffiths. He's got Patterson in the middle. That's good defending there by Kresner. Another Kresner on the ball here. That was Joseph. This is James. Does win the free kick. And the card goes up for Tom Wallow to some Bronx cheers from the Magic bench. I think that was Wallow just being outpaced a little bit there by Kresner, and I think he went in to try and shoulder challenge, but definitely got him in the back and definitely a foul. And I think had he not fouled there, he was certainly in a promising position. So all in all, well refereed. You can see here Magic not committing just as many numbers forward. The set piece now. Muro gets it through to Palambini. Bit of a wrestling match there, which Palambini loses, according to the match officials. Yeah, a couple of subs coming for the away side again. Well, we're hearing Ben Diamond and Jack Simmons are the two coming off, and they'll be replaced by Bailey Ancliffe and Regan Jose. McNaughton goes direct to Patterson. He's got Diamond for company and gives away the throw in. And here comes those subs, you see there. That was Ben Diamond's last action. Jack Simmons as well. Simmons had a really good game in the middle of the park there. The Magic fans are very happy with the team's output.
Yeah, they travel to follow this team at majority of the games, and they always bring a loud atmosphere, don't they? And clearly impressed with what they've seen from the players at the part of the field.
It's Lara versus the world at this point. He has cut back, thanks to the tackle. Kresner's there for some support. Kresner is in, but it's Drew Patterson. Patterson. And, well, I don't think the keeper got a touch, or did he? Yeah, I think he did.
I think he has, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a touch there. I don't think Patterson expected to be clean through on goal at that point, but he was. Good save by Claire then to stop that from being 5-2.
I liked Patterson in the first half out on the left, but I think in the second half, playing up top in replace of Archie Finn, he's sort of been more involved in the game, hasn't he? And he's certainly been a standout in what is a losing side. But we spoke about Lewis Lara and him being the exciting player to watch. I really like the look of Patterson as well.
Connor's in. Moore to second ball. Wallace found himself on the right wing, and Parks wasn't ready to receive there. It's the 30th minute of the second half. 15 or so to go. McNaughton goes forward, tries to find a little out ball. Parks. That's the second time that's happened in the last few minutes. It's got to be extremely frustrating. Cleo's day. Lewis Lara asking how it's not a foul. That's always a difficult one when they're backing in and hands everywhere. Swings and roundabouts, you'll win some of them, you won't. Waller gets in the middle to Griffiths, just can't keep it under control. Joseph Kresner gets it away for the throw, which Waller will take. I think it's all about respectability for the Jaffas now in this last 15, Harry. As the ball comes across, it's about to come across. I think that will be a throw in to the home side, but yeah, it's all about respectability now for the last 15 for the Jaffas.
Yeah, certainly, and trying to build some momentum heading into next week. They're home again next week up against Missouri, which will be a tough test, but just sticking to their principles. And
ball drops to go. A lot of pressure there pretty quickly. A little scramble on the edge of the box there. Eventually James Kresner gets it out. Lara has got some assistance here. Calambini's trying to find Lara. Lara does almost get through, but he was offside. But they will just let the play go on because Kennedy has it in his hands. Nowhere to go for Taylor. Comes inside the Parks. Outside the ball. Not a bad idea there, but just a little bit too close to the keeper for Lockie Griffiths.
Yeah, I like that from Parks. The switch looking for Griffiths, it was certainly on, just a bit too overhit.
Griffiths again, injected a little bit of pace and a little bit of drive into that side of the park. I think Patterson in the first half was always looking to get forward. Just left in the middle of the park. Regan Jose, Jacob Kresner, Will Ingram's done the underlap. Ingram will get a second bite at the cherry. Ingram and puts it straight into the hands of Ben Kennedy. Searching ball for Griffiths, he'll get there. He's got Patterson in the middle and Parks at the back post if he can find a space for a cross. Looks like he has. Again, another corner. Certainly racked up the corners and a good direct attack there, and they certainly had numbers if the ball got inside.
Yeah, there was an opportunity to do something of real meaning there, but I think you could judge by that attack that there is some tired bodies out there as we creep into the final 15 minutes or so. It has cooled down a bit though, Liam, which is quite nice.
And swinging corner. Right on top of the keeper. Clear does get a strong hand to it. It looks like he's had a body land on him. It's the frustration of Riley Taylor. Somehow manages to hit the post from there. And a frustrated strike. I certainly don't think there's anything in this from Clure other than he was at the bottom of a pile of bodies there.
Yeah, the second time he seemed to go to ground from a corner. Hopefully nothing too serious again.
Again, I'm sure that's not accidental. The contact was, but the pressure on Clure from the Jaffas attack when they've got corners, every one of them has been put inside the 6-yard box, and Clure's had at least 2 or 3 bodies pretty close to him in that time. But that was a good strong hand by the keeper. A few of the players taking the chance to get some fluids on board in this last 10 minutes. So, just over 10 minutes to go. Lambton Jaffas 1, Broadmeadow Magic 5. Getting a little round up of the other scores this week so far. It was Valentine 0, Cookstown United 6. And Kahaiba 2, Edgeworth 2. And it has been a funny old, even with three rounds in, not even, and it's a funny old game with Kahaiba getting a lesson taught to them by Jaffas in round 1. Jaffas drawing with Edgeworth in round 2, and then Edgeworth drawing with Kahaiba in round 3. So certainly points to be gained everywhere in this league so far. So we'll keep it nice and interesting.
Yeah, the competition is very wide open this year, like you've mentioned. So much at stake.
James Krisner. Plays it out to the right-hand side. Ball drops out to Gu, then Waller. Jose, he's caught. Gu was trying to go for the ball, but caught him in the back of the ankle there. Waller doesn't get any further than Jacob Krisner. Moore giving the ball away. Parks is on the run here. Ingram does look favourite. Turns outside. Gets support from Palambini. Plays the 1-2. Jose, just very composed play at the back here, despite being under pressure from.
So well played there. Really well played.
McNaughton trips over the ball to Krisner, and he's lashed out. Given the yellow card there for the contact. It's whether that was a lash out or whether it was a lazy attempt at the ball. I think the referee's adjudged it's a lazy attempt at the ball.
Yeah, obviously he was going on a bit of a run himself, McNaughton, and he obviously, I think he tripped over his own feet, and I didn't actually catch it fully. I was more focused on the pass that Krisner played out left, but certainly judges
caught him just above the shin guard. That was an incredibly large amount of force on it, but where it is certainly going to make it sore. Krisner's not looking great. I think they're just about to change the keeper, but they may. They're going to have to make the sub. So that will be Jake Callan coming on for double goal scorer James Krisner. He has had a magnificent game.
Yeah, you're right. He's really impressive today. Double to his name. I always love when he scores and he brings out that trademark celebration out, but a player who again plays with so much passion, and let's hope the injury is nothing too serious as he gets assessed on the sideline here.
It's just it's a contact injury. It's one of those ones that's pretty painful at the time and dies down, doesn't keep him out, because you're right, there's a need of confidence about that celebration, isn't there? Just look at me, look what I did, and it's you can't blame him. He certainly knows how to put the ball away.
Yeah, I like it.
Coming up from the field at number 21, James Krisner, number 14, Jake Callan.
But a good opportunity now for Jake Callan. He's one of the last substitutions that Jimmy Krisner has used today, and he'll get 10 minutes or so to prove his worth.
I feel a little bit for Daniel Laxford. He was literally about to go on the park until Krisner got injured there. Ball's going out towards Jacob Krisner. Trying to find some space to get the ball in. Gets it to the edge of the box. Palambini. Jose just fired into his feet there, couldn't control it. I think despite protestations, that is right. It did come off Top of the attacker's head. Will Ingram. Got 5 minutes to go of normal time. Can't imagine there'd be too much added other than the substitutions. Knowson. Ingram plays it back forward. Riley Taylor nods it out under pressure from Lara. Beanie. Ingram takes it past Parks. Gets it to the middle. Good touch by Lara. Lara takes the shot. Did sit up quite nicely there, but just didn't come down as quick as I think he thought it might.
Hunting a hat-trick, some would say, Lewis Lara, and I'm actually surprised he hasn't been one that's, you know, we've got Tommy Beecham on the bench, Jared Baker as well, who have been replaced, but that just shows, I guess, the fitness and the level that Lara has got to in pre-season. Obviously, Krasner has a lot of trust of him to stay out there for the full 90. And don't get me wrong, there's still time for him to get that hat-trick.
Kenny Moore, Jacob Krasner, tries to find Lara, but there's too much on it. Lara's levels certainly haven't dropped a whole lot, and given it's 90 minutes, you're 5-1 up on a hot day. There's credit to him. He's been fantastic today. Again, still putting pressure on. Alan Beanie as well. His levels are pretty high. It's fair to say they're pretty high across Broadmeadow Magic team. Tom Parks loses out, but finds its way out to Griffiths. Griffiths gets it across, and really Ancliffe the challenge there. Jose taking the ball out. He's got Moore. Tries the 1-2. Jose leaves it. Moore leaves it. And eventually it will find its way through to Clure.
Another great last-ditch tackle there from Ancliffe, the substitution, to keep the Jaffas at 1 for now. It was Patterson through on goal. And despite the margin that Jimmy Krasner's side are ahead by, it was a great last-ditch tackle, especially so late in the game as well.
Parks looked to have a bit of energy since he's come on. Under pressure there from Palambini. Bond. Kicks out to Waller. Langlois. Comes through to Griffiths. Griffiths takes the shot. And it's saved by Clure. Well, it was a bit of a snapshot there. And Clure's read it well. He's certainly not looking 100%. And I think had Krasner not been injured, Clure would have been on the sidelines getting some treatment. But
yeah, really well done. I thought Lockie Griffiths was going to...
back towards McNaughton. He does get there, but doesn't manage to direct it goalwards. Lara under pressure from Waller. Ball back in. Palambini did have front position and does get it, but loses out to Taylor. Taylor gets it in, and that's a second goal. All made from Riley Taylor.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will be a minimum addition of 4 minutes.
Griffiths, the man to finish it off.
Yeah, really well done from Taylor. He won the individual battle with Palambini and obviously squares it to Lockie Griffiths, who's been one player that's tried to show signs of spark for the Jaffas in the second half, and it will be a bit frustrating from a Broadmeadow perspective that this second half they've only scored 1, but overall it's been a pretty convincing performance.
I'll give you a silver lining stat here. It's 2-1 to Jaffas in the second half, Harry. Is that what Tanch is taking from this?
I think so. It's always... sometimes you do see that being the case, isn't it, where teams go ahead by a big margin at half-time, but the other team can sometimes get on top in the second half. And I'm not saying Jaffas have been by far the better side in the second half, but they've got themselves 2 goals, and you could probably argue that Magic should have some up the other end of themselves. So a decent reaction from the Jaffas in the second
Goal
half.
scored for your
Still
Lambton
plenty to work
Jaffas,
on.
number 11, Lockie Griffiths. Magic 5, Jaffas 2.
McNaughton finds Waller. Well, I think the other thing as well for David Pancheski here is there's been a big difference from the subs that have come on. As the ball drops to Langlois, just can't quite get it under control. But other than, you know, Patterson's obviously made a lot happen in the first, since he's been on at the start. But Jordan Gu, Riley Taylor, Lockie Griffiths, they've all had a big impact since they've come on. Tom Park.
Yeah, and you look at some of the plays, in most notably Jordan Gu and Lockie Griffiths, and they were a major reason as to why David Pancheski's side made the grand final last year. So I was a bit surprised with the Lockie Griffiths change, with Bailey Newton starting this afternoon, Jordan Gu returning from injury. But again, those two players would have come on trying to not only add spark, but also work their way back into the starting squad come next week when they host Charlestown.
Parks under pressure from Moore. Throw into the Jaffas. Patterson cuts inside. Strong work from Patterson. It'll be a throw into Jaffas. Inside our 4 minutes of added time. Throw almost makes its way through. Just wouldn't drop for Jordan Gu. No drop for Griffiths though. And good stop. Langlois. And well, he's hit it into the ground and almost over Jeremiah Clure. But the keeper does get his hands on it.
Yeah, you could probably argue Lockie Griffiths could have done a bit better. He found himself one-on-one, but good work from Clure as well. He's been in the wars today with injuries, but he prevents the Jaffas from getting a third. And that would have been a cool story if Jaffas would have won the second half 3-1.
Ingram here. We'll see out the rest of added time. And Cliff back to Clure, who I'm sure would be happy not to see the ball for the remainder of the game. Certainly doesn't look 100% fit. Alan Beanie. Pressure from Taylor. Lara. Instruction is to keep it down there, even though they're 5-2 up. Don't want to lose any more goals. Ingram finds Lara, drops it to Moore. Ingram, Beanie. Taylor gets it out, but only as far as Keanu Moore. Under pressure, but Magic doing a good job of just keeping the ball. So under pressure for you now, Harry. Who would you player of the match be? Who's your pick?
Wow, it's a really tricky one. I think Lara. I think I've mentioned his name a lot throughout commentary, and he's just incredible. One that I'm really excited to watch for the rest of the season. But there's certainly been some good plays on talent today.
That there has, Harry, and that is full time here at Arthur Eden Oval. It is Lambton Jaffas 2, Broadmeadow Magic 5. Goals from Drew Patterson and Lockie Griffiths for the home side. 2 from Lewis Lara, 2 from James Cresner, 1 from Ezra Colombini, and that is the 5 for the away side. It's been a fantastic match here. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you tune in to the Jets, tune in to some more NPL over this weekend. I've been Liam Bentley, he's been Harry Scobie. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you to everyone who came out and supported the boys this afternoon. Our next home game is Charlestown Missouri on Saturday the 14th of March for the Reserve Game, kicking off at 3 p.m. and first race following at 5 p.m. The Newcastle Jets still on at McDonald Jones Stadium this afternoon, 5 p.m. kickoff. Tickets still available, taking on the Western Sydney Wanderers. I'm sure you pop around to that and catch some quality aiming.
cares?
Brilliant fellas. Training on a Saturday again. Training on a Saturday. That's so annoying. Training on a Saturday. Fucking love it, Riles. Love it, Riles. Hey! You right?
Like, injured fuck or just... Oh, right. I was saying that in the fucking 20th minute. That's what Did you play the ball?
Yeah.
Drink breaks were really good.
James. Yeah, we didn't make it. Joey. Hey.
Anyone that slept at Jim's house.
Anyone that watch fuck up on the car or watch.
Are there any Visa players that slept at Jim's? We're going to take a photo. Visa players that
Oh, Jim's the fraud. Anyone that's had a Mo Jim's Lord, no good enough. Mate, you put half a belt on the photo. I haven't done the Lord. Yeah, no, Lord. Oh, no, he's done that.
like you're going home right now? Oh, I'll stay with you. Thank you. Good game. Yeah. Thank you. I know. Yeah. Next game.